Howdy there pluckers, Arthur Solfing here again with you. Thanks very much for joining me for a rather unusual lesson. This is a version of Paul Simon's Still Crazy After All These Years that Paul Simon performed on the Dick Cavett show in September 1974, where the song was performed by him on an acoustic guitar on his own, but it's only a partially written version of it. He hadn't finished writing it, so it's basically just the verse. But I've had a request to do a lesson on what Paul Simon actually played on that show in 1974, because when the song was released on the album a few months or whatever later, the acoustic guitar was no longer the main instrument and it had been changed to an electric piano. Okay, so anyway, this is I've been asked for this, so this is my take on what Paul Simon played on the Dick Cavett show in September 1974. Okay, so here we go. Please excuse the singing as usual. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me, I just smiled. We asked about old times and we drank a little bit. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. Then he goes into the second verse, okay? So I won't bore you with that, it just repeats basically. So that's it, that's what I think he played. Only he does it twice. Okay, so I'm in standard tuning, no capos as you can see, and I'm in the key of D, okay? So it starts off when he goes, I met my, and he plays a D, and he plays an open 4th string, and he plucks, and then he goes to the second fret of the 3rd string, and then he plucks the first and second strings together. Okay, I met my old, and he goes into lover, and he plays a D7th, and he hits the open 4th and the 3rd and 2nd strings together, and back to the open 4th. So far we got I met my old lover on the, then we play a G, and we play the 3rd string on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and the 2nd string open together. Okay, then the open 4th, and then the 3rd and the 2nd open together. So far we got this. I met my old lover on the street last night. Do that again, sorry. I met my old lover on the street last night. And then we go to a C9th. Okay, so you've got basically pinky and 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings, and then you've got the 1st finger going on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and my 2nd finger is going on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and you just play those 4, 5, 4, 3 and 2 strings, okay? Inside chord. Okay, so far, and then we play we strum it, then we play the 2nd on the 4th on its own, and then these two together as a double stop sort of thing. So okay, so it was from the start. I met my old lover on the street. Sorry. Got that? So I'll do that again for you. Sorry, I'll break up a boo-boo there. I met my old lover on the street last last night. Got that? And then it goes D and a strum. She seems so glad. So then we go to what's called a C sharp minor 7th, or a form of it. Okay, so back to the D. She seems so glad. I just sorry, I see. So she's glad to see me. I just smiled. Okay, so that comes out of that C ninth. She seems so. I'm glad. You play a D. Glad to see me is C sharp minor 7th, which is first finger goes on the 4th fret of the 5th string. My second finger is going on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and my third finger is going on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. And basically what you do is you basically hit that note, followed by that note, followed by that note. So, okay? So far we've got this. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seems glad to see me. Okay, to see me. Okay, I just smiled. Right, on smiled is it's what's called an F sharp 7th suspended 4th, I believe. Okay, so basically it's a 2nd fret on the 6th string with my first finger, and playing the 4th fret of the 3rd string with my 3rd finger. Okay, so you pluck those together, and then you put pinky onto the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So you pluck together the 6th string and the 3rd string together. Then you hit the 5th fret of the 2nd string on its own, and then you take the 3rd finger off and put the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Okay, and you hit that one. So it's okay. So it's do 2 together, then that pinky one, and then the 3rd on the 3rd. So far we've got this. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me, that's why. Okay, and then we play a B minor, okay, bar chord, and you hit the B note, the 2nd fret of the 5th string, that one, and then strum at the top 3 or 4 strings. Okay, so let's go through that again. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me, she would smile. Okay, got that? And then it goes you play an A minor 7th, which is A minor with an open 3rd string, okay? And we hit the bass note, the 5th open. We talked about, and then strum down the A minor 7th. We talked about some old times, which is a D ninth now. We're playing a D ninth, which is basically the same shape as the C ninth we played earlier, but 2 frets up. Okay, so you've got the pinky and the 3rd finger on the 2nd and 3rd strings of the 5th fret. The first finger is going on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and the 2nd finger is going on the 5th fret of the 5th string. Okay, and then again it's all the strings 5, 4, 3 and 2. Okay, so it goes, we talked about in the old times. Okay, and then when you've hit the, you strum it, old times, and you can hit the bass note again, or the, yeah, the D note, yeah, that way, okay. So we'll go from the start again. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad talked about all time. Okay, and then we go into another chord called C over G. Basically, it's a sort of partial C bar chord, but basically you need the first finger going on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and these two, actually it's quite useful because these two stay where they were, okay, on the 5th fret of the 2nd and 3rd string. So from the D9th you can leave them alone, okay. So you go from the D9th and then you pluck, basically you put that first finger down to the 3rd fret of the 6th and you pluck all those 3 strings together. Okay, so thumb on that one and those two on those two, you pluck all 3 strings together, 6, 3 and 2. Okay, then you play the 6th string on its own and the 3rd string on its own. Okay, so far we've got this. I met the old lover on the street last night. You seemed so glad to see me for a while. We talked about some old times and we drink a little. Okay, and then we play what's called a D diminished 7th, I think it's called. Okay, we basically from that shape, so you pluck those 3 together, then the 6th and then the 3rd, and then we put this 2nd finger up to the 4th fret of the 6th string, then the 1st finger goes and makes a bar across the 4th, 3rd, 2nd strings of the 3rd fret. Okay, and that 2nd finger goes up onto the 4th fret of the 6th, and my 3rd finger is going onto the 4th fret of the 3rd. Okay, so you've got that. Okay, you got that. And again, those are the strings you're interested in: 4, 6, 4, 3 and 2. Okay. Okay, so that's from that bit where it goes, we talked. So we talked about some old times and we drink a little time. Okay, so you hit that chord and then you play the 4th string and the 2nd string on its own. Okay, so let's go from the start, see how far we got there. So, okay, I met my old lover on the street last night. Da, 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 da. We talked about some old times and we think a little time. Still crazy, right, so, and it goes, still crazy, and then we play 3 double stops. First stop is like that. You got the 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, sorry, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, 1st finger, 2nd finger going on the 4th fret of the 4th string. And you pluck those together, then you move your fingers up to the 2nd finger's going up to the 5th fret on the 4th, and then my 3rd finger's coming up underneath and going on to the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So far you've got, and then you move that whole thing up 2 frets to the 7th fret, so you've got the 4th string on the 7th fret and the 2nd string on the 7th fret. So, okay, so that comes from that bit that goes over, we talked about some old time and we drank a little time. Still, when it goes crazy, you go crazy after all. And on all, let's just change my notes here. And on all, we play an A6th, okay, which is basically a 5th fret on the 6th string with your first finger. 3rd finger is going on the 7th fret of the 4th. 2nd finger is going on the 6th fret of the 3rd, and pinky is going on the 7th fret of the 2nd. Okay, so you've got, and again you need just to play the 6th string, the 4th, 3rd and 2nd. Okay, so from that bit that goes, where are we? Let's get my words, see what I'm doing here. We talked about you and a little time, still crazy after all these years. Back to a B minor, nice and simple one. So you hit the B minor bar chord, you play the root note, the 2nd fret of the 5th, and then strum. So do that again. So we talked about some old times and we thought a little bit still, and then we go, that's a little bit here. Still crazy after all these years. Okay, then we go to an F diminished, or a D diminished if you want to call it, either it's the same thing, so let's call it a D diminished, shall we? D diminished 7th, which is basically that shape. It's 3rd on the 4th, 3rd on the 2nd, so it's first finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th, my 2nd finger is going on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, my 3rd finger is going on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and my pinky is going on the 4th fret of the top string. And again, you're only interested in strings 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so, and then that slides up 3 frets, the whole shape stays the same, and you end up on this, the 6th and 7th fret. So that's the same shape, but up on the 6th and 7th fret. Okay, so from that bit it goes, where it goes, talked about some old time, and we drank a little wine, still crazy after all these years. Yes, still crazy. Yeah, still is up here, and the third up, 3 frets up from the first shape. Still, right. Then we play a D, great, and we do a strum on the D without the top string being played. The top string open, so it's a D shape with the top string open, and then you hammer on to the 2nd fret and pull off again, and then play the 3rd on the 2nd. Okay, so talked about some old times and we drink a little time, still crazy after all these years. Yes, still crazy after. Okay, and then we go into a very simple one. It's an A7th, but you don't really need to play anything, because all you need is the open 5th, open 3rd and open top string. Okay, so still crazy after all. Got that? These, and then we go into a G minor 6, which is basically very similar to a C 9th that you played right at the beginning, but that finger is on the 3rd of the 6th, not 3rd of the 5th. Okay, so you've got 2nd finger on the 3rd of the 6th, 1st finger on the 2nd of the 4th, 3rd finger is on the 3rd of the 3rd, and pinky is on the 3rd of the 2nd. So you pluck, you punch that one, the 6th string, and then you strum 4, 3 and 2. Okay, so you're not interested in any other strings. Okay, so we go from that bit where it goes, right, we talked about something good, and we thought a little girl, still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. Okay, then we go down to a D shape, but with an F shape and an F sharp in the bass. So you have to put your, after your G minor 6, you have to put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, and then you play a D shape basically. So you put your 2nd finger on the 2nd of the 3rd, your 3rd finger in the 2nd of the 1st, I don't know if you can see that, and pinky goes into the 3rd of the 2nd. Okay, so you're playing a D with those fingers, but the F sharp in the bass, okay, up the 2nd string of the 2nd fret of the 6th. And what you do is you strum down those, say the first from 6, 6, 5, 4 and 2, 3, and then you pluck 2 and 1. So, okay. So we go from that bit again. So, we talked about some old things and still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. Okay, so that's a bit tricky, that takes some practice. You could just do that. I mean, there's different ways of playing this, but so whichever is more comfortable for you. But you need to play those 4 strings and then pluck those 2. Okay, so whichever way you want to do it. So. Okay, so you've done. So we've got that far, and then we just basically play an A. That's right. We play an A7th variation. Let me just get my head around this. So, yes, we play an A7th there. That's right. So after the F sharp in the bass D, you play an open A, 5th string, and those, you need fingers on the 2nd fret of the 1st and the 3rd fret of the 2nd. Okay, so you just hit the open 5th and then play the top 3 strings, 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, like the top 3 or 4 strings. Okay, so and then into a D, and finally he finished up on that, which is the D up here, and basically it's first finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string, the 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and my 2nd finger is going on the 7th fret of the 3rd, and I've got open 4th string. Okay, so that bit from the middle of the song where it goes, we talked about still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, when you hit that, when you come out of that G minor 6, then the F sharp, or D with F sharp in the bass, then the A with that shape, you take that finger off and play an open top string. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. D. Okay, so we'll try and go through the whole thing for one last time. Okay, here we go. So we go. I met my lover on the street Oh, I lost it. Still crazy after all these years. Still crazy after all these years. And there he goes. He plays a very simple G. And goes into the second verse where it goes, I'm not the kind of man who gives a time. Okay, just, but anyway, then he plays exactly the same after that. Okay, so that's it. Pick the bones out of that one. Not the easiest song. Anyway, I hope that helps you. Any problems, just let me know. But just listen to the track. I'll put a link in the description box to him showing you a video of him playing this number, and put it together with what I've shown you. I'm sure you'll get it. Okay, well, thanks for that. I'll see you later. Bye bye.